Life experience accelerated. On deck right now, career dynamics and interview do's and don'ts. Hello and welcome. I'm Kendall Kirko. How many times have you met new people and immediately decided if you like them or not? We do it all the time, right? But did you ever stop and think that it works in reverse? That others may immediately decide if they like you? First impressions count, so it's important to make sure your image is telling people that you are an excellent job candidate. Here are 3 things you can do to ensure that you're projecting your best image, and we'll cover each one of these in detail. But for now, let's take a quick look at the list. You'll want to dress for success, use appropriate body language, and follow a checklist of interview do's and don'ts. What do we mean by dress for success? It means that we want to dress in a way that's appropriate for the job. For example, if you were applying for a job as a computer programmer and you showed up at the interview wearing a hard hat and carrying a hammer, it might give the impression that you were looking for a different job. What do we mean by body language? Believe it or not, most of our communication occurs non-verbally. We tell people about ourselves by the way we use our bodies, not just by the words that come out of our mouths. What about do's and don'ts? Well, there are some things that we should do during interviews, like being courteous. Then there are other things that we just shouldn't do, and some of those may surprise you. I remember one time when a friend of mine was looking for a job in the newspaper. Remember those days before the internet when you had to go to a store and actually buy a paper? Well, anyway, my friend saw a job for a musician. He played the guitar, so he thought he'd give it a shot. He dressed in his best rock and roll outfit and drove all the way to the interview, only to discover that the job was really for a magician. He just read it wrong. Funny thing is, he got the job anyhow because he looked like an entertainer. Luck was on his side, but that doesn't happen all the time. You need to learn how to prepare. Your interview attire makes a statement. What is yours saying about you? You want your clothing and general presentation to say, "I'm a professional and I can handle anything you throw at me." Here's how to make that happen. Wear a professional conservative business suit. A business suit is a pair of pants with a matching jacket and a coordinating shirt and tie. If you don't own a suit, you can still look professional with a pair of slacks and a blazer. It's easy to overlook your shoes, too. If you have a good pair of dress shoes, go ahead and wear them. If not, make sure your shoes are clean. Ensure a tailored fit. Your clothes should fit you properly. If they are too big or too small, you may give the impression that you don't care about your appearance. If you can't afford to buy new clothes, you may be able to get your clothes altered at a tailor shop. If your pant legs are torn up from dragging on the floor, a tailor can hem them up at a reasonable price. Take a shower. Smelling fresh and clean is expected in any interview situation. Have you ever seen that body wash commercial where the girls are chasing the guy because he smells so good after a shower? Well, think of those girls as employers, all chasing you to give you the job. Trim your fingernails. It's easy for us to forget our fingernails, but they say a lot about our personal hygiene. Often we don't think about it until we get to the interview and we shake someone's hand. Well, then it's too late. Before the interview, check for dirt under your nails and make sure the tips are not sharp or jagged. Freshen your breath. Everyone appreciates fresh breath. By brushing your teeth and eating breath mints, you're demonstrating common courtesy. If you are a smoker, try to avoid smoking immediately before the interview. Select professional outerwear. Depending on the time of year and weather conditions, you may need some sort of outerwear. Choose something that is professional, conservative, and clean. Remember the old saying that if it looks like a duck, then it's a duck? You don't want folks thinking that you're a duck, so leave the yellow rain gear at home or in the car.